All right, let's talk about one of the biggest financial traps out there. It's hiding in plain sight, and yeah, it's probably sitting in your driveway right now.
You ever feel like you're just stuck? Like you're on a financial treadmill? You're working super hard, but your bank account, it just isn't growing. It feels like you're doing everything you're supposed to, but you're not really getting anywhere. Well, what if I told you there's a very specific reason for that?
Yeah, there's a silent assassin lurking in your budget. It's something that quietly, almost secretly, drains your ability to build wealth. And the crazy part, almost nobody talks about it. Okay, so what is it? Your first thought is probably your rent, right? I mean, that's a huge chunk of change every month. And yeah, it's a big expense, but that's not the culprit we're hunting today. All right, so if it's not rent, what about all those bills? Utilities, subscriptions, all that stuff. And you're right, they definitely add up. But nope, it's not them either. The real drain, the one category that is just quietly bleeding your savings dry, is transportation. And to be even more specific, it's your car. So let's just get this straight right from the start. It is time to stop thinking of a car as an asset. It's not an investment. The numbers are crystal clear. It's a financial black hole on wheels. And believe me, this problem is only getting bigger. I mean, to really get how big this is, you just have to look at the debt. Back in 2005, auto loan debt in the US was already a staggering $720 billion. So what about today? Well, it has absolutely exploded to an all-time high of $1.62 trillion. That's not a trend, folks. That's a full-blown financial crisis. And all that massive debt, it's created this new kind of financial trap. People call it being car poor. You know what that is? It's when you make just enough to cover your car payment, the insurance, the gas, but there's never, ever enough left over to actually build real wealth. You're just stuck, running in place forever. So why do we keep falling for this? It really just comes down to image. The car industry spends billions, literally billions, selling us a feeling. They're selling power, success, freedom. They push this idea that having the right car will make you look successful, and we start to confuse that with being successful. And here's what that looks like in the real world. This chase for an image, it leads straight to financial disaster. Get this, in late 2023, nearly 1 out of every 4 people with a car loan was upside down. That means they owed more on the car than it was actually worth. Just think about that for a second. Imagine owing $40,000 on a car that's only valued at $30,000. You are starting out $10,000 in the hole. It's insane. Oh, but it gets so much worse. You know that sticker price you see in the showroom? Yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's really just a carefully crafted illusion designed to hide what you're really going to pay. Let's take a really sensible, reliable car for our example. A brand new Honda Civic. Okay, the sticker price is around $28,000. Seems pretty affordable, doesn't it? Like a responsible choice. But that is not what you will actually pay. Not even close. See, over the next 5 years, a whole bunch of hidden costs start piling up. We're talking thousands and thousands of dollars on top of that initial price. In fact, we're talking about an extra pile of cash that's almost 70% of what you thought the car cost in the first place. So, what are these hidden costs? Well, first up, depreciation. Bam! Over 5 years, you can expect to lose nearly $11,000 just because the car's value drops. Next, you've got insurance. That's easily another $12,000. And we haven't even gotten to financing, fuel, maintenance. That whole shebang can add another $18,000 or even more. So you add all that up, and the true 5-year cost of that affordable car is a staggering $46,821. That is not a small difference. It is nearly double the price you thought you were paying. But honestly, here's the most painful part of this whole thing. It's not just about the money you're spending. It's about the money you're not making. This is what we call opportunity cost. And folks, this is the real wealth killer. Okay, so let's imagine 2 paths you could take. Path number 1 is the car path. After 5 years, you sell your Civic. When you factor in everything you paid versus what it's worth now, you've lost over $27,000 from your net worth. It's gone. Now, what if you took that same monthly payment, around $780, and chose the investment path instead? What if you would just put that into a simple S&P 500 index fund? Well, based on historical returns, you could have had over $60,000. Just let that sink in for a minute. One choice leaves you 27 grand poorer.
The other choice makes you 60 grand richer. The total swing between those two decisions is absolutely massive. That is the true hidden cost of buying a new car. Now, look, the point of all this isn't to say you should never own a car. Of course not. It's about being smart about it. It's about making sure your car serves you instead of you serving your car payment. So let's go over some simple rules to make that happen. Okay, here are 3 simple rules to escape this trap. Rule number 1, buy in the sweet spot. That means a car that's about 3 to 4 years old. Why? Because you let the first owner take that massive hit from depreciation. Rule number 2 is the 15% rule. Your total transportation costs, I'm talking payment, insurance, gas, all of it, should never be more than 15% of your take-home pay. And finally, rule 3, keep it for 10 plus years. Buy it once, take good care of it, and just drive it into the ground. And if you're wondering why these rules matter so much, here's the proof. By making these smarter choices, you could easily free up, let's say, $300 a month. So what happens if you take that extra cash and invest it instead? Over 15 years, assuming a pretty standard 10% annual return, that simple $300 a month could grow into more than $118,000. Think about what that is. That's a down payment on a house. That's a college fund for your kids. That's real financial freedom, all funded by simply avoiding that silent wealth killer. So, I'm going to leave you with a question. I want you to go take a hard look at that car sitting in your driveway and ask yourself, is it just a tool that gets you from point A to point B, or has it become an obstacle, silently holding you back from reaching your biggest financial dreams? The choice, as always, is yours.